On this short stack, we'll be talking about Super Sons number 1. I'm going to tell you if it's any good in 5 minutes or less. Super Sons number 1 opens up with Damian Wayne, Robin, and Jonathan Kent, Superboy, running through the jungles, and they're arguing about how, of course, Damian Wayne didn't tell John all the information pertinent to this mission, and it's labeled as now. We find out that they're fighting an army of Robin and Superboy robots. The book then flashes back to 2 days earlier with Jonathan Kent walking in the snow to get to his school bus, and the school bus doors open, and we find out there's an old man there who's filling in for the current teacher. It's very obviously Damian Wayne in a mask. On the school bus, Jonathan Kent stands up to some bullies that are harassing some of the passengers. They're throwing spitballs at him, and we get a nice homage to like a Superman pose where he's deflecting bullets, but he's deflecting spitballs off of himself. They get off the bus, and they say, "We're going to get even." So John and his friends got up snowballs, and they have this huge snowball fight. Turns out the bullies are cheating because they're bullies, and they're putting rocks in the snowballs, and they're hitting kids with them. And Jonathan almost uses laser vision on them. But before the snowball fight can get too out of hand, a huge snow boulder falls on the bullies, and it's Damian Wayne. Damian and John talk about how Damian is not in school and that he's smart enough that he could have his diploma and he could have a PhD in geology, but his mother killed his professor because it's Damian's life, and that's the kind of stuff that happens in Damian's life. And we find out that Damian's pretty much been stalking Jonathan. We're not really sure why until we get back to Jonathan's house later, and him, Clark, and Lois are having dinner, and they are playing a game of cards. Lois wins because she has the best poker face. She sends him to bed, but then we find out that Damian is there. When Damian sneaks into John's room, John is completely on the offensive, and he's ready to fry Damian with his eye beams, but he stops because it's Damian. And then they have this nice, you're reminded several times throughout the story that they are kids, and Damian's like, "You could have used your laser vision. I would have just blocked it and knocked you out with a kick to the solar plexus." And John's like, "Your punch wouldn't hurt me. I would just knock you out with a soft tap." Damian talks to John into going out superheroing in Metropolis, and we get a nice Dark Knight Returns homage shot, and they're on top of a building, and Damian's like, "You can't fly? Why can't you fly?" He's like, "I haven't developed that power yet, Damian. I'm not Jesus." And John goes, "But I can scale buildings pretty well. So why don't you hop on my back, and I'll give you a piggyback ride across the city." Damian, being Damian, utterly refuses. They start leaping across buildings, and they get stuck on one, and the issue ends with the reflection of Lex Luthor in the glass of one of the buildings, saying, "Can I help you with something, boys?" And we see that next time, it's going to be Lex Luthor meeting the Super Sons. This book was a whole lot of fun. Of course, it was announced, it feels like forever ago, and we didn't have a creative team for a while, and then it was announced that Peter J. Tomasi and Jorge Jimenez are going to be on it, and they're just a great fit. Peter J. Tomasi and Jorge Jimenez do a great job of establishing both the heroes and how they're alike and how very much they're different. And Jimenez's art is fantastic. It looks youthful. It fits the tone and style of the book. It's just pretty to look at, and it helps tell a story in a great way. And Peter J. Tomasi has been handling Superman for DC, so he already has a handle on John Kent, and it shows that he's very well versed with Damian as well. He did do the Batman and Robin book for New 52. So him on both these characters is just a great step in the right direction for the book. This book had a lot of hype to live up to. I think it did. And at $2.99, it's probably one of the best books on the market this week. Go pick it up. That's going to wrap up another short stack. For more short stacks, please remember to like and subscribe here on Comic Plunder. And let me know how you guys feel about the issue. Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Do you think this is a great step in the right direction for these two characters? Did it live up to the hype? Did it not? What did you have for breakfast? Let me know. I will see you guys on the next round.